no bamuyita Karamaji Andrew Zogani mwena mumumanyi ono yajjako atoleteno olupapula asoma speech ebitategerekeka. The second one is Dr. Judith Nalukwago, a clinical surgeon, has a diploma in law, former vice president of Makerere University under NUP, and currently she's an NUP youth leader in Makerere West constituency. Over to you, moderators. Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome all of you to this debate. The formalities are done as introduced. My name is Andrew Karamaji, and we will begin by laying out the ground rules, which I will do with my co-moderator. But before we do that, let's have my co-moderator introduce herself as well, and then we will hear the ground rules.
Thank you very much for taking this up. My name is Kawempe. I'm a medical doctor, and I'm happy to be here as one of the first and best debates that is going to happen today for the contestants of the NPC of Kawempe.
Thank you. The first ground rule is that this debate is going to happen in two sessions. The first session is in English, which is for 1.5 hours. The second session will be in Uganda, also for 1.5 hours. Okay, the first ground rule, again, is that this session is happening in two parts. The first, for 1.5 hours, is in English. The second, is there a problem?
Yes, the microphone. Get the sound out.
The tech team, apparently my volume is low.
Massively low.
Is this okay?
No.
Tech team. Requesting for more volume in this mic. Okay, while they sort that out, is this better? This is better. Great, thank you. So, we're having 1.5 hours in English, 1.5 hours in Uganda. Secondly, we have a timekeeper who is Sassy Marvin. Sassy Marvin, please wave to the crowd. Sassy Marvin is the timekeeper. So if he stops the speakers, it is because he's been appointed to do that. I will ask my co-moderator to share more ground rules. I'll hold the mics for you.
The next one, I think I should say this in Uganda. Baganda wafedala wabwe. Baganda wafedala wendite eyo saidi namwe abatudde tugenda kubeera bakakamu tumanyi ffenna twasse wano nga tulina candidate waffe gwe tuwagira naye tubeere bakakamu bw'aba candidate wo ayogedde ensonga ekusanyusa kuba mu ngalo tetugenda kuleekaana tugenda kubeera bakakamu so that debate esobole okutambula bulungi mu maaso. Then nekirala bacandidates baffe tebagenda kubeera na simu. Candidates you're not going to have phones on stage. Esimu mugenda zireka eno gye mutudde kubanga twagala mutubudde ebiva munda mumwe si ebiva kusinzira. Nekirala abali mu crowd nammwe era nammwe sinza mwe zigenda kubeera ku silence kubanga ziyinza okudistracting aba candidates baffe. Your phones will be in silence so that you don't distract the candidates at all on stage. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. That's it with the ground rules. I hope that I can be heard now. Can you hear me? Yeah. Great. So we will now proceed to invite the candidates. Please listen carefully. We are inviting the candidates in the order of nomination. We are not following any particular order except in the order in which they were nominated. Tugenda kuyita ba candidates nga tugoberera engeri gye basunsulwa. I hope that's the right word. Great. Engeri gye basunsulwa. So I will invite one and my colleague will invite another. And then please, when we invite you, please take up a seat up there. It's free seating. And after all of you are done, we will join you and pose the first question of the debate. Let me begin and invite Mr. Magala Umar. Please come to the stage.
The second one is Mr. Mulumba Matthias.
The third candidate is Mr. Nsereko Moses.
The fourth candidate is Mr. Ashifa.
Silence, please, silence, please. The fifth candidate is Dr. Charles Rubagumia.
And the sixth candidate is Engineer Sengungo Kenneth.
The seventh candidate is Council Luimbazi Elias Malipona.
The eighth candidate is Mr. Serunguma Salim.
The ninth candidate is Mr. Luwemba Nuswa Muhammad.
And the last candidate is Mr. William Saulo Siwa.
Thank you very much. Silence, please. Let's listen. At this stage of the debate, please listen. At this stage of the debate, we are going to ask our candidates to introduce themselves and tell us their main. We are going to ask our candidates to introduce themselves and tell us their main agenda as MP Kawempe North. What it is they are going to do in 2 minutes. 2 minutes exactly. And we will start in the same order. Mr. Magala Umar, please introduce yourself and tell us about your agenda summary. Mr. Magala. Mr. Magala, the mic is yours, 2 minutes.
Service provider
Good morning, everyone. My name is Magala Umar. I am a teacher by profession. I am a resident of Kawempe Mbogo. Like I said, I'm a teacher by profession. I hold a bachelor's degree in education from Makerere University. I am a member of the National Unity Platform, card number 1939. I think that will do for the introduction first. Magala Umar has this on agenda. Top on the agenda is fighting for the fundamental freedoms of rights of man and citizen. Secondly, on our agenda is to demand for accountability from the military regime that has ruled our country for the last 40 years. You know very well that the health sector is sick. We are going to put them on test. We want to use this opportunity to express ourselves in form of a protest vote in the year 2025 in Kawempe Division North. The other issue is our agenda is to demand for accountability from the military regime that has ruled our country for the last 40 years. You know very well that the health sector is sick. We are going to put them on test. We want to use this opportunity to express ourselves in form of a protest vote in the year 2025 in Kawempe Division North. The other issue is empowering our people, the common people, the ghetto people of Kawempe. Yeah, empowering our people. How do we empower our people? Just getting the little pay, getting part of the little pay we have, and at least
I am the chairman, the only chairman in this by-election campaign. Holding number 03004096. Being a chairman of LC1 is not a joking subject other people might think, because it has helped me to interact with the different people. So in that way, since I'm given little time, I would like you, madam, to give you my document where I've summarized most of the things which I cannot do here. Handle it. So, I have summarized my program in only 5 letters. JHATE, where J stands for job creation. Because where I'm residing, people are lacking jobs and people are very poor. H stands for health. Because I'm staying in a ghetto area, there's a lot of disease which comes through that kind of situation where we live. So I'm going to make sure that drugs in hospitals are there and expired drugs should not be there. Then also accountability.
Mr. Mulumba, you might want to read them as bullet points.
Yes. So I've been finding a problem in my area and in Kawempe Division, actually at the headquarters of Kawempe Division, where councillors are fighting with mayors. I'm going to make sure that that kind of division is erased.
Thank you very much.
My friend, I'm sorry, Mr. Moderator.
10 seconds.
Term limits is top on my agenda.
Okay.
I'm really disturbed that Uganda, among the East African countries, is the only country which doesn't have term limits. You have to remove the dictatorship of this President Museveni by restoring term limits in our constitution.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The next candidate to introduce themselves is Mr. Serako Moses.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to be very brief. The first one is about health sector. I'm going to construct one health center, and also I donate one ambulance for my people. Another one, and then about education, I've already introduced about education. I've already introduced Moses bursaries for the orphans. Even the orphans of the late Honorable Segirinya, you bring them and go to educate them. Then another one is about job creation. I've already introduced Moses Boxy, Munava, President Kabanyo Nava, and the thank you, sir. Let me be brief. Because of the time. Let me stop from there. Thank you, sir.
The next candidate is Mr. Kachika Frederick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm Frederick Kachika. I stay at Chebando. I'm the one of the mobilizer in any of in my electoral area. Chebando Parish. So moderator, first and foremost, if I elected as a member of parliament, I will begin with build a hospital in my constituency. Well, the problem we have one hospital, one health center, one hospital in Kawempe. So many people suffocating. So, before I elected as a member of parliament, I will start with that. The second one, I provide a mother the kid, every pregnant mother, and not only that, I will add 200,000. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Let's be silent, please. Let's hear from. Please, let's observe some silence. Let's hear from Dr. Charles Rubagumya. Dr. Charles Rubagumya.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. First and foremost, I would like to recognize my president. I mean, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. I know that we won, but we were cheated. First, it was my pleasure to introduce myself to you. My name is Dr. Charles Rubagumya. I have doctorate in organizational leadership and administration. And I work with Apostolic Intercultural University. We are located in Ono as academic registrar. About my manifesto, ladies and gentlemen, I have not come here to excite the people of Kawempe responses that I will give them as unhated. Because I know that all resources are in the hands of a dictator. I know that all powers are in the hands of a dictator. So, The only thing which I can promise to the people of Kawempe, North constituency, is to join my president, I mean His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, that's Robert Chabalai Sentamu, to join the struggle of removing the dictatorial regime of President Besigye. And I want to prove to you that the dictatorial regime can be removed. It has ever been practiced in France. You know, French Revolution of 1789 to 1794. The people protested the autocratic regime of King Louis XVI. Of King Louis XVI, and they removed him. Ladies and gentlemen, we can remove this dictatorial regime using the power of the people.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The next is Engineer Segirinya.
Thank you. I was the simple ghetto youth, desires and fantasies, hopes and wishes to ride in Benzes, in a Sapoa, like I want to be like a superstar. In the ghetto, everyone is a superstar. And I'm glad to be here. I'm by the names of Sekou Kenneth, Bachelor of Science, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Makerere University, a postgraduate in Construction Project Management, still from Makerere University. I've been a seasoned electrical engineer with over 15 years of experience in trying to distribute electricity all over Uganda. I've left the comforts of the offices, the cups of coffee, the buffets, the pizzas, and decided to come and serve the people of Kawempe North. I'm glad to be here that I'm a registered member of the National Unity Platform. I'm glad to have my president as His Excellency Chabalai Robert Sentamu, and I'm here to stay. I want to thank NUP as our party for giving us this opportunity to come and discuss what we're able to do for the people of Kawempe North. Among the core duties of the Member of Parliament, like legislation, oversight, representation, budget approval, I, as Engineer Sekou Kenneth, I'm going to try to make sure that everybody in Kawempe North, you are connected to the national grid. I'll bring my expertise that you get your materials, I'll get you the wire man and also the certificate. Everybody should have electricity. Tugenda gobenzikiza mu Kawempe North buli omu ogenda kufuna amasanyalaze. 2. Abantu bagala okulala nnyo.
Your time, engineer, is up. Complete.
Just a moment. I'm going to be able to give mama kits to every pregnant woman in Kawempe, and also a 6-kilogram gas cylinder to every member, to every household in Kawempe North. I'm here to stay. Look everywhere, people power. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Next, it's going to be Councillor Yumbas Elias.
Mr. President, and your formidable team of leaders, dear my fellow contenders, I thank you. I'm so grateful to be here with you. My name is Luyimbazi Elias Nalukola. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Uganda and all courts of judicature. When I assume the seat of a member of parliament, I will tell you the obvious. First, the constitutional commandment under Article 79 provides to the effect that a member of parliament is supposed to legislate. I will legislate, ladies and gentlemen.
I will supervise activities of the central government in my constituency. I will further my activities of fighting for justice and human rights. I will inspire the youth. I'm aware that the youth in Kawempe North constituency are the majority, but many of them are not only unemployed but unemployable. We have to identify their talents and nurture them. We have already embarked on that. I believe I will be able to fight and call upon all the younger people to join the struggle for good governance. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to me.
Mr. Segirinya Salim. Here.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Let's listen to him, please.
Our electoral committee, all members of National Unity Platform. My name is Segirinya Salim, Mafumafu, son of Kawempe North. I'm a businessman, I'm on a cabinet for business community as a financial advisor. I seek mandate, Mr. President, to represent my constituents as a member of parliament. Mr. President, I promise you, this by-election is going to turn as a roadway to end Museveni's regime. And I promise you, I always follow the core value of National Unity Platform. And again, I promise you, and the people of Kawempe and Uganda in general, I'm going to advocate for the people all the time. Thank you. I'm called Mr. Segirinya Salim, Kawempe North. I always be obedient to National Unity Platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Dr. Julie.
Next is Mr. Luwemba Buswa Mohammed.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President is present, and all protocol observed for the interest of time. Mr. President, I want to thank you for coming up with this organization for the first ever debate organized by the young political party. It's such an inspiration. Your Excellency and members of the National Unity Platform, my name is Luwemba Mohammed, former political assistant to the late Honorable Muhammad Segirinya. Your Excellency, it will be quite unfair if we proceed without getting a moment of silence to praise this man, Honorable Muhammad Segirinya, for whatever he did for this political party. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me borrow from my little time. I have been given little time, but let's observe a moment of silence to pay respect in this great man, Honorable Segirinya. Today we are here today because of this great man. I've seen my brother here saying he's going to donate Segi box, he's going to do what? Because of the Honorable Muhammad Segirinya. Your Excellency, please join me and we observe a moment of silence to pay respect in the Honorable Muhammad Segirinya. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You can take your seats. Excellency, I want to put this very clear. I am a member of National Unity Platform. I don't belong to DA, I don't belong to NRM, I am a member of National Unity Platform. Your Excellency, as I conclude, Your Excellency, I am going in Parliament not to speak good English. I am going in Parliament to act. What the people of Kawempe North need is service delivery. I am going to continue with those projects, the Segirinya box, the ambulances, and also to empower the young people through our different projects. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, and the whole team, members of the EMC, all NUP members. I greet you in the name of the God. I'm here for the cause well known to all of us, of securing our country away from dictators. And to achieve this, when entrusted, I'm to stick on the core values of NUP. I will advocate for them on the floor of Parliament and outside the floor of Parliament. I will advocate for justice. I will advocate for unity. I will advocate for social justice. I will advocate for integrity. I will advocate for inclusivity. I will advocate for human rights. I will advocate for accountability. I will advocate for democracy. And I will be an exemplary leader. And I'm ready to sacrifice myself for the need be for the cause of removing a dictator in this country, Uganda.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, colleagues. That marks the end of the introductions. Let's listen, please. That marks the end of the introductions. I am going to pose the first question. So please listen to the first question so that you can also evaluate the answers they give. Question number one, candidates, is, in your view, what is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North? In your view, what is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North? Mr. Magala Umar. And you have 1 minute. Thank you very much. The greatest challenge facing Kawempe North is lack of health infrastructure. Thank you very much. I wish all candidates can emulate him because it's a straightforward question. We have a couple of questions to go through. So if all of you can emulate him, please, that would be great. Mr. Mulumba Matthias, same question. In your view, what is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North?
The greatest challenge in my area, being the chairman of LC1 North team, is poverty. People are very poor. That's why I even came up with the name of $2 that people should have at least an emergency fee of $100. So when you have money, you can solve every problem. So poverty is the issue in
Emiala, poor drainage, Emiala. Then the second one, poverty. Poverty, Mr. President, poverty. That's why I came up with this idea. Nsereko Moses saving boxy.
Thank you.
Bana Kawempe, muli kuchitufu.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kachika Frederick.
Thank you, sir.
Let's listen.
The problem we have in Kawempe, in my constituency, since the President Museveni got to power, Kawempe North, we have a problem of education. We have only we don't have any secondary school in Kawempe North. That's a big problem facing the Kawempe North.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Charles Rubagumya, same question. Let's listen to Dr. Charles Rubagumya.
The greatest development challenge in Kawempe, first of all, Kawempe is a ghetto area full of people who are low income earners. Our youth don't have what to do. They are jobless. Our women are not empowered. And generally speaking, even the respect for human rights by the regime is also a problem to the people of Kawempe.
Thank you very much. Let's have Engineer Senkungu Kenneth.
Thank you so much. What I feel the greatest development challenge you have had in Kawempe North. Kawempe North has many factories, industries, and also different households. But one of the key problems industries or factories are facing, the high tariffs in terms of electricity. That's why you find that the costs of production are high, and you find that at the end of the day, the goods they manufacture are also high. But if we try to reduce on the electricity tariffs, and also we can make sure that they are able to produce goods at a much cheaper cost.
Thank you very much. To your left, two people, Council Luimbazi, Elias Nalukola.
In Kawempe North constituency, we have a challenge of insufficient or inadequate planning for our resources, including human and other resources. We don't plan. Even those projects you see there, a good number of them are put in place before planning. We need sufficient planning.
Planning, thank you. Mr. Serunkuma Salim. Serunkuma Salim. Let's listen, please.
The greatest challenges in Kawempe. Kawempe being a ghetto area.
Let's listen to the candidate. Please.
Kawempe being a ghetto area, there is insecurity, there is unemployment, and there's a health crisis. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Luwemba Luswa Mohammed.
Thank you so much. The health sector is very poor, and the issue of unemployment, especially the young generation, the youth. So that's all.
Thank you very much. And finally, but by no means the least, Mr. Kulia Saulo Ziwa.
Yes. In Kawempe, we have many problems, but I can identify some, like garbage collections in Kawempe, unemployment, poor drainages, poverty among our youth, and other people, poor LSA facilities, and we don't have like a USE secondary schools in Kawempe. We only have private secondary schools, so we can work on those ones.
Thank you.
To get a better Kawempe.
Dr. Judith Nalukwago will ask the next question. Thank you.
So we are going to go on our question number 2, and we are going to start in the order like we started. So, Mr. Magala, what is your understanding of the role of an MP?
Thank you very much. The question is very clear. The understanding of the role of an MP is already stipulated in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. An MP does oversight role. An MP does represent his constituents. An MP does representation of the people, and an MP as well does appropriation of the budget. Thank you very much. So those are the cardinal roles of an MP.
Mr. Mulumba Matthias, your colleague has talked about those roles. What is your understanding of appropriations?
That is a process where the MP looks at how the people of that area, how they can benefit from the government, from the service delivery, that they should be given properly to those areas where he represents.
Okay, thank you very much. The same question applies to Mr. Nsereko Moses. What is your understanding of appropriations? Mr. Nsereko Moses.
I beg your pardon, sir.
What is your understanding of appropriations? Your colleague said there are 4 functions: legislation, oversight, appropriation, and representation. What is appropriations?
What I can say, the role of an MP, Parliament, the role of an MP to pass laws that govern the country. MPs make laws that govern this country. Also to represent your people, the one who have voted for you. That is it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Frederick. Mr. Frederick.
Yes, madam.
On the role of oversight,
yes,
we've had precedents of members of parliament who have been given the role of oversight. I'm sure you know them. And they have not performed to accordance to what we expect of them. What are you going to do as a member of parliament in the role of oversight?
Thank you, madam. One of the role of parliament oversighted. So what the madam asked me, Kachika, what are you going to do? Because we see many members of parliament not working, not do their jobs. But Kachika, I will make sure that I work tirelessly to see people get delivered, get well representative.
Please, let's listen. Let's listen to the candidates.
Dr. Charles Rubagumya. I think I posed the same question to you. Dr. Charles Rubagumya, the same question to you.
Oversight function.
Okay, I am going to repeat it. I said we have seen in the current parliament, we entrusted some of our leaders with a role of oversight, and they have not performed to our expectations. In fact, they haven't performed at all. What are you going to do as a member of parliament in as far as oversight is concerned?
I told you that you cannot give what you don't have. You give what you have. My main goal is to join the struggle of removing the dictatorial regime of President Museveni, because all those functions you are talking about, oversight role, allocation of resources, all programs, these people they are presenting, who is going to give them the budget? Can a dictator give them a budget? who is going to give them the power to implement all those good projects. The main role, the main solution is to uproot the dictatorial regime of President himself. Then afterwards, that's when we shall get into our promised land. That's when all those health issues will be fixed. That's when all education issues will be fixed. That's all those programs which are supposed to be supervised by the MPs will be implemented. But you cannot do all those programs, all wonderful programs, under a dictatorial regime.
Thank you.
So
very
the
much.
main role is to remove the dictatorial regime,
Thank you.
and then we get into our
Thank you,
promised
sir.
land, which we always think about.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Senkungu Kenneth. Engineer Senkungu Kenneth.
Yes, please.
A question we would like you to answer. Name any 3 roles of the Speaker of Parliament. Any 3 roles of the Speaker of Parliament.
The 3 roles of the Speaker of Parliament: 1 is to oversee the House, because they are the ones who are the chairpersons of all the sessions or all the sittings of the House. 2, approvals of the national budget. And also 3, trying to make sure that through the parliamentary commission to try to know the privileges and also the allocations for all the different persons in this country.
Thank you very much. The same question applies to you, Councillor Imbazi. However, we would like you to explain more on the Speaker's role when it comes to the Parliamentary Commission. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Speaker, people power, our power, Ra. Speaker is the chairperson of the Parliamentary Commission. The Parliamentary Commission is the body which does the administrative role of Parliament, including but not limited to proposing the remunerations and determining administrative questions and issues which arise in day-to-day running of Parliament. If you allow me the latitude.
Thank you, Council. Appreciate that.
Welcome to Good Time Schools Kawal.
Kuma Salim. Mr. Serunkuma Salim. I will have Dr. Judith Nalukwago pose the next question.
Mr. Serunkuma, like we said,
Let's listen to the question, please.
The roles of members of parliament include representation. The number of youth in Uganda is between 78 to 80%. And that means your constituency of Kawempe North is mainly youth. How are you going to represent those young people with so many problems that they have? How are you going to represent them in parliament?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The majority of the population in Uganda, all of us we know, are the youth. But I'm assured they are not well represented in Parliament, yet there are people who are supposed to represent the youth in Parliament. So I always advocate for the youth, such that they can be skilled, they can be employed, passing bills that they can be given cheap loans, soft loans, such that they can operate small business. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The last 2 candidates will tell us one law. For this section, the last 2 candidates are supposed to tell us one law. If they had 1 minute in Parliament, which law would they propose and table in the Parliament of Uganda? That is, starting with Mr. Luemba Luswa Mohammed. One law that you would pass in Parliament. that you would propose?
Thank you so much, moderator. People power, our power. Moderator, it's the age limit, because General Museveni for over the 45 for over 40 years is in power because of the age limit. So I want to be very clear when I enter parliament. I want to fight hard, fight tiresomely, like my brother, the Honorable Segirinya, to make sure that the age limit is being passed.
Thank you. The same question for Mr. Kulia Saulo Ziwa.
When I go to parliament, I will propose that we get a commission to look after the elections, to get independent electoral commission, so that the president is not the one to choose those people on electoral commission.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Dear audience, we have completed questions about Parliament. We're now going to go to a question that will be posed by my colleague, Dr. Judith Nalukwago, about National Unity Platform. The question is about the National Unity Platform. Dr. Nalukwago.
I'm going to start from the previous speaker, Mr. Kuliasao. So you're going to tell us, just mention one value of National Unity Platform, then you expound on it, how you as a member of parliament, you're going to carry on these values of National Unity Platform.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. Me, I will stick on justice, because everyone here needs justice. It is from the God, me Kulia Saulo Ziwa, to be a Ugandan. It is not from anyone else. So that I will be advocating for justice, because we need justice. As things are going on in Uganda, it seems we are not equal at all. I will put my emphasis on justice, so that we can help our country and we liberate all Ugandans. As you know, our grandfathers and mothers fought so that we get independence. They thought that all Ugandans will be independent. But after getting the independence, it seems we are not independent. So it is us to fight for our independence in Uganda.
On the next, I'll go with Mr. Luwemba. I will pose the same question to you.
One value.
Mr. President, moderator, discipline is one of the core values of National Unity Platform. And today, we are being disrespected by the so-called regime propagandists that are being planted in the National Unity Platform. I will emphasize discipline once I enter parliament. Corruption, I will fight tiresomely, Mr. President, to fight corruption, because corruption, it has been a key factor in disuniting National Unity Platform. Thank you.
Mr. Serunkuma Salim. One value. Same question.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I am the moderator. I'm not the president.
Yeah. Oh.
President is.
Thank you, moderator. I will always emphasize the point of liability. In National Unity Platform, all of us, we are aware of that. The liable is the main problem that we have here. Mr. Problem, we have been with people here. We have sent them to different locations.
Let's give him a chance. Let's
to
listen
represent
to
people.
him.
But they have already disappointed us. I will always be reliable to the people of National Unity Platform and Uganda in general. Thank you.
Thank you. Council Luimbazi Elias Nalukola. One value and how you will espouse it in Parliament.
Integrity, integrity, it begins with you as a person. You discipline yourself. You restrain yourself from taking what is not yours, what you are not entitled to. In that regard, I will restrain myself. I will make sure that I promote integrity, not only among the members of National Unity Platform, but also my fellow members of Parliament, because it is unconstitutional, it is illegal for one to do that which is contrary to integrity. We must practice good integrity even when we are not being watched. I thank you.
Mr. Engineer Serunkuma Kenneth, I'm going to give you a value that you're going to talk about. Let's be quiet.
Colleagues, let's be quiet, please.
Mr. Serunkuma is going to speak about patriotism as one of the values of NUP. So him as a member of parliament under the ticket of NUP, how is he going to advance our core value of patriotism among the people of Uganda and also carry it on as a value of National Unity Platform?
Thank you so much, moderator. But to my dismay, patriotism is not part of our core values. But still, I can be able to speak about it because when you look at the core values, there are basically 6. And among them, patriotism is not there. But still, patriotism is the love, the determination, the courage to speak up, to serve your country by respecting the Constitution, by abiding by rules and regulations, by electing able leaders, by being able to serve as part of the mandate of the people. So, being patriotic, you must be able to exhibit it in where you stay, being disciplined, being able to engage in whatever you're supposed to in elective politics, engaging in decision making. You must be there for your country. But still, just part of this, I want to tell you that another core value of the National Unity Platform is fidelity. You get it? Because the question you posed, I'm trying to really put across that fidelity is one of the core values whereby we express the faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief demonstrated by continued loyalty. So here, I promise my president that I'll be loyal to the party, loyal to you, and loyal to everyone who supports the National Unity Platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, maybe point of correction is in the new constitution, we don't have fidelity, we have patriotism. So, but at least both of them are related. So that is very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Doctor, please listen to this question. Dr. Charles Rubagumya, you are a member of parliament for Kawempe North. We have a bill in parliament to extend the term of office of the ruling regime. And they need 1 vote for it to pass. Someone approaches you and says, I'm going to give you money to build a hospital in Kawempe North for your people. Please vote for this bad proposal. What will you do?
Good question. But what I would like to inform the general public that our party is a party for change and is a party which cannot be compromised. And one of the values of our party is integrity and honesty. As a person who believes in integrity and honesty, I cannot betray the people of Kawempe North constituency. I cannot betray my party.
So you will reject the money for the hospital?
Yes, I will reject.
And vote against the bad law?
Because building a hospital cannot bring up a change which we want. What we want is to remove the dictatorial regime of President Museveni, such that we can be able to get our budget and use it the way we want as NUP.
Thank you very much. The same question goes to Kachika Frederick. Kachika, should I repeat the question?
Yes, sir.
The question is, there is a bad law being proposed in Parliament. The ruling regime needs one vote to pass it. And they approach you and say, we're going to give you money to build a hospital in Kawempe North, but we want you to vote for the bad law. What will you do?
Thank you.
1 minute.
Thank you. First and foremost, I, Kachika, I fully exhausted corruption and embezzlement. Nobody can give me that money, and I agree with him. So I'm concluding saying that I reject it.
Thank you very much. Mr. Nsereko Moses, the same question.
Yes, sir.
Same question.
Yes, I cannot allow, sir. I cannot allow. Even I can box the speaker on that issue. I can just box it. I cannot allow. I cannot allow. We are here for the power of the people, not the money. People power. Our power. NUP. Everywhere. Chakula nyiseta Mungu matira.
Thank you.
My president mkwagala musajja gwe.
Dr. Nalukwago will pose the next question. Please, let's be silent.
Mr. Mulumba. Mr. Mulumba, you said you're the chairman LC1, right? Let's give Mr. Mulumba audience. Let's give Mr. Mulumba audience.
Silence, please.
Mr. Mulumba said he's the LC1 chairman in a certain village in Kawempe North. And in that same Kawempe North is where we find the National Referral Hospital. That is the women's hospital.
It's true.
So we have a value of service in NUP.
Yes.
You are conflicted in a situation where there are no gloves in the hospital.
Yes.
You people have told you there are no gloves, but these same people need to be worked on. And the doctors are telling them you have to first go buy your gloves outside the hospital, then you come to work on you. What are you going to do as a member of parliament? Are you going to arrest the doctors? Are you going to buy gloves for your constituents? What are you going to do as a leader in terms of service?
Of course, the doctor is not the problem for the availability of those gloves. I know the Minister of Health, which is supposed to be in the position to serve all equipments of health services in that hospital. And for that matter, I'll bring the press. I'll go first to the Minister of Health, see the Minister of Health before going to the Parliament. So I go to him and I ask him,
I'm sorry
why
for interrupting you. It's an emergency. The patient, it's an emergency. It's quick. We need to
okay,
work
with
on
that
the
quick
patient.
one, of course, as a member of Parliament, I have to improvise means so that that patient doesn't die. And then later on, I got the ministry to address the matter. And if it refuses, then I got the Parliament, the podium, to say the problem in my area. Thank you.
Mr. Magaya, you're the last candidate to speak about this. I'm going to ask you again on the value of patriotism. How are you going to advance it? Because that is a value of your party. How are you going to advance it among the people of your constituency, but also among the people of Uganda? Because you're going to not only represent your constituency, you're an MP who is going to make laws that affect the general population of Uganda.
Thank you very much. Patriotism goes hand in hand with fidelity. As a member of Parliament, I would really implore my constituents, my fellow comrades, to love their country. And how do you love your country? By doing things that are within the law, by promoting what is right, and then disdain what is wrong. That's how I would do as a member of parliament. And actually, as a leader in my area and as an emblem of NUP in my area, I have been preaching that. I've been preaching patriotism. I have been preaching fidelity to the party and love for our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The next question is tricky, and we want to be fair. So how it's going to be answered is by a symbol. Every candidate will come here and do this, or that, and make sure that their friends don't see the answer. Our judges are the ones to see the answer. Because if they speak, some people are expected to know the answer. We want to be fair so that people do not know the answer. This is the question. Which chapter of the 1995 Constitution, in which chapter of the 1995 Constitution do we find fundamental human rights and freedoms located? You come to the front. If it is found in chapter 1, if it is found in so you come here and show us, the judges will record the answer. Is that clear? Is that clear? So let's start from here. Which chapter of the Constitution do we find fundamental human rights and freedoms? Done? Next. The next question will be posed by Dr. Nalukwago.
I'm going to start with Mr. Nsereko Moses. Let me take this as a follow-up question from the previous question. You've seen what has been happening with the Supreme Court, where there was a judgment on the release of political prisoners. You know, most of these political prisoners are actually NUP supporters, and many of them are from your constituency, Kawempe North. You as a member of parliament, what are you going to do? One, to make sure the member of parliament was a political prisoner for 2.5 years. What are you going to do? One, to stop Ugandans from being taken to military court. Two, is the ones who are in prison. What are you going to do about it? Because there was a ruling, a judgment, struck a judgment to release them, but they're not released up to now. What are you going to do about it?
I will take government to court such that I can take government to court such that we can talk about that thing, so that our prisoners are released. I will take government to court. That is the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The same question applies to Mr. Kachika. What will you do about political prisoners?
The problem we have, this regime, since Museveni got power in 1996, he has done many things to our people. Has killed our people. He has beaten our people. Many people have suffered. So as Kachika, as being elected as a member of parliament, I can pass a law that favor the political prison. No, not political prisoner. The political party. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the same question, Dr. Charles Rubagumya. What will you do about political prisoners? Dear members of the audience, we have 2 more questions and we will be done with the English version. So please bear with us. We're bringing this to a close shortly. Same question.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, we don't have the, we don't have the problem of political prisoners only. There are so many problems about violation of human rights. Our innocent Ugandans have been abducted. Innocent Ugandans have been disappeared and you cannot even trace their bodies. Some Ugandans are kidnapped day and night. So the only solution we can do for such a problem, I told you, is to join the struggle of removing the dictator. That's the only solution. Yeah, and actually, as a part of the change, I have to go on that line of removing the dictator.
Thank you. Mr. Engineer Senkungu Kenneth, which committee of parliament would be the best to deal with the issue of political prisoners?
The issue of political prisoners, you find that we have the Committee of Internal Affairs. We need to tell them to try, because you find that most of the political prisoners are under prisons. Prisons is still holding them. Yet already we have basically there are about 2 committees: the Committee on National Law and Guidance, and also the Internal Affairs Committee, because they need to be removed from prison, but there are some few procedures which are supposed to be done. But we should not relent. We should continue pursuing on all channels which we can be able to do so that they get out of prisons.
Thank you. Councillor Luimbazi, which committee is responsible for human rights in Parliament?
The Committee on Human Rights. It's Human Rights Committee.
Thank you. I'll give the mic to my colleague to pose the next question to Mr. Serunkuma Salim, Mr. Luwemba, and Mr. Kulia.
Mr. Salim, do you believe in one of what your colleague said about that our major problem is removing the dictator? All these things don't matter, but removing the dictator? Do you believe? First I yes, then I ask a yes or no, then I ask the next question.
Yes, I believe with him.
Okay, so if you believe that that is the most important issue, why are you standing as a member of parliament? Shouldn't you be home trying to remove the dictator?
As a member of parliament, because I do believe that the member of parliament has the powers to determine how the dictator can be removed.
Please explain a bit more. How does a member of parliament remove a dictator?
There is a law in parliament that emanates that there is a law in parliament that provides or helps a member of parliament that can decide on how to remove a president of a nation.
Okay. Mr. Yes, please.
Mr. Magala, do you believe the same? Do you believe that our major role is to remove the dictator? We should leave everything else? Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much. Our greatest challenge in Uganda is the dictator, and that is General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who should be removed with all possible means available and within the law.
So as a political prisoner?
Yes.
What are you going to do different? Because when you were imprisoned, it was the same case that you were imprisoned.
Yeah.
What are you going to do different as a member of parliament in order to remove the dictator?
Yeah. Thank you very much. One, there are two opportunities. The first opportunity is availing itself now. We are headed for war. This is a front we are going to use to show a protest vote. The first opportunity is this protest vote of 2025 in Kawempe Division North. Actually, when we get the opportunity, we shall voice out ourselves hosts. And this goes to Justice Simon Biabakama. Should we play around with the vote of the people of Kawempe? Should we play around with the mandate of the people of Kawempe? We are ready to take him on. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Luwemba, do you agree also to the same question, or do you disagree?
I agree.
So what are you going to do as a member of parliament on the same?
As a member of parliament, when elected in office, I want to advocate for the rule of law, because what is tormenting us most is the rule of law. For example, the Supreme Court has just given a ruling, and we want to thank the Honorable Kabaziguruka for challenging the Constitutional Court. So now when I'm in Parliament, I will put the Commission of Human Rights accountable, and as a member of Parliament, I will make sure that all laws that are being passed in Parliament, they are in the favor of Ugandans. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Finally, for now, Mr. Kulia Saulo Ziwa, same question applies.
Okay, thank you, moderator. When I'm voted an MP of Kawempe, because this government, they are not working on the laws, and we want to remove this government, I will only mobilize my people of Kawempe North to put this government on placer, because we want to remove the dictator. And I will be teaching people on how we can remove a dictator, because it is us who can remove this government. When we are together as Ugandanese, we can remove this government. Even if it is today,
Thank you.
They can just move away. If we can even move from now and we say enough is enough for Uganda, they can move. I will only mobilize the Ugandans to know their rights so that we can remove the dictator.
Thank you very much. Dear colleagues in the audience, Mr. President SG and others, we have an opportunity to the candidates. Those at the back, please. Thank you. Okay. This is a quick question. No need for, maybe you can just tell us why. Please follow the candidates. Amongst your fellow candidates, which one do you admire and why? Which candidate amongst your opponents do you admire and why?
None of these candidates.
Thank you.
I admire none.
He also admires none.
Admiring for someone is a sin. Therefore, I cannot admire for someone.
Thank you.
I cannot admire anyone. Maybe my president, Mr. Chagulanyi, but not this one. I'm the best candidate for the post of Kawempe North. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Among the candidates seated here, I would, one, admire my brother, Council Elias Luimba Zinalukola, for his espousal of the rule of law and constitutionalism. Thank you very much.
Next.
Thank you very much. The fact...
Let's listen, please. Let's listen, please.
The fact, people power. The fact is, I admire myself because I'm the only one who has been representing the people and who had the issue of term limits to remove the dictator from the reign. So I admire myself, nobody else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I admire Salimu Serunkuma. The man has a ground. The other election he contested as a member of parliament. He was the second. So I admire Salimu Serunkuma.
Thank you.
People power. It's a very challenging question. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me the latitude. We are endowed differently. Mother Teresa says that I can do what you cannot do. You can do what I cannot do. Together we can do great things. All of us here, are talented differently. I'm unique. This brother of mine is unique. Everyone here is unique. But we are all endowed differently. You cannot fail to admire something from someone. All of them, I have something to admire from them.
Thank you.
I thank you.
Thank you. Silence, please. Let's observe silence. I think you should stand.
As you know, we have a cause why we are here. The main cause we have is to remove a dictator. That dictator has ruled us for about 40 years. Now it is going to 40 years. He has been ruling us with some other people on the side of opposition. Is why I'm not going to admire anyone. I only trust my heart. And we are here on serious issues of removing a dictator. I am only the one person who can remove this dictator by educating others so that we can be free in Uganda and get our freedom.
People power! People power! Our power! It's a great opportunity to be here. Our president and all the members of the Unity Platform, all my fellow contestants, you're all good people from different walks of life, from different professions, from different backgrounds. We are all here for one cause: serving the people of Kawempe and Uganda at large. I appreciate all their efforts. I appreciate all their charisma. I appreciate everything. But on a lighter note, just one person, I don't know, we were in high school together. He happened to be my head boy. We're at Kawempe Muslim, but now we are here. He was my head boy when I was in Kawempe Muslim. You get it? But now we are here. So let the best candidate win. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The final, dear audience, colleagues, the final question for the English session is going to be posed by my co-moderator, Dr. Nalukwago, please.
Let's listen to the final question. And I'm going to start with Councillor Uyimbazi Elias. I'm going to be specific. In 1 minute, you're going to tell us the village you stay in, the parish you stay in, and tell us what is the major economic activity of that area. And as a member of parliament, how are you going to help people advance that economic activity in the area so that they get more money out of it?
Thank you very much. The village is Kalule Zone, Kawempe 1 Parish, Kawempe North Constituency, Kawempe Division, Kampala. That Kalule Zone is a largely industrial area, especially along Bombo Road. We have a number of employees, casual laborers there, but they have challenges. As you know, we don't have a minimum wage in Uganda. So, to improve their conditions and their pay is key if we are to help them as leaders. I think.
How are you going to improve the pay, you as a member of parliament?
Advocating for a minimum wage act, which is not yet in force. And the other working conditions.
Next, I'm going to go to Mr. Kuliasao. You're going to tell me how many parishes make up Kawempe North constituency. How many parishes? Yeah, basically that.
Thank you, moderator. It is 9 parishes which make up Kawempe North.
Following it up, Mr. Ansereko Moses, could you tell us those parishes that make up Kawempe North constituency?
Thank you, Madam. There are 9 parishes. The first one is Chikaya. Another one is Waisewanu. Another one is Kanyanya. Another one is Mpererwe. And so many others. There are 9. I've answered them. Thank you, Madam.
Okay. Mr. Charles, Dr. Charles, I think you can help him answer that. Finish the parishes.
Let's listen. Dr. Charles is going to finish the parishes.
Okay, I'm going to start with Chevando where I am.
Sorry. Let's listen to the parishes that make up the constituency.
Chevando, Chikaya, Komamboga, Kanyanya, Mpererwe, Kawempe 1, Kawempe 2, Kazangola, Waise 1. I think that's all.
Thank you. Doctor?
I'm going to ask Mr. Serunkuma Salim. Also, you're going to tell us the parish you come from, the village, and what economic women in your area get involved in, and how are you going to help these women advance that economic activity so that they can get more money out of that activity.
Thank you, moderator. I'm coming from Cape Farao zone, Kawempe 1 parish, Kawempe 1 and Kampala district. I'm a resident of Cape Farao. I have been forming different groups, women groups, and I have been supporting them economically. I also have a shopping mall around the place. It has been helping the masses to increase on their welfareness. Thank you.
Mr. Luemba, you can get the microphone. Which parish is the National Referral Hospital? And we have challenges. People there have complained of the fact that there is a lot of sewage coming from the National Referral Hospital. What are you going to do to make sure that hospital in the area that you're going to represent works on its drainage, so that, because that medical waste, when it goes into people, you know the problem of Kawempe is sewage and other things. When people consume that sewage, they can get infected with diseases. So tell us your village, that village and the parish the hospital is in, and how you're going to solve that problem of sewage from the National Referral.
Thank you, moderator. That is Kawempe 1 as a parish, and village is Ketfalau. Moderator, I have been serving as a political assistant in that area, and a matter of issues arising from the hospital, I have been hand in hand with the KCCA because it's in charge of building trenches and reaching out to Ministry of Health for that matter, and it has been handled for quite some time. Thank you.
Please exhaust them.
Mr. Magala, in general, I just want you to give us a general picture, because I know most parishes, people from different parishes, have different economic activities. What is the major economic activity of the people of Kawempe? Especially, I'm interested in the young people, because if you're representing people who are 78% of the population, you should know what they get involved in. What's their major economic activity? And what are you going to do to help them? Because you saw the UBOS report, 1%, only 1% of Ugandans earn more than 1 million. And that means the youth already are at a lower percentage. So what are you going to do in that general problem of Kawempe, and how are you going to uplift the economy of the people of Kawempe?
Thank you very much. Most of our young people are involved in the informal sector and border riders. These our people have now a challenge that the digitalization of the number plate has made them have been forced onto an increment of 750,000 shillings tax. That means that if a border has been buying 5 million, now it is going to buy up to 6 million. So as I go to Parliament, I go there as a member of the National Unity Platform, who is going to agitate for a fair taxation. And I expect that to happen, and if it doesn't happen, it will not be business.
Thank you.
Mr. Kenneth, Engineer Kenneth Senkungu. You're going to tell us, one, because as a member of parliament, as a leader, you work with elected members in your constituency. So who is your LC1? You're going to tell us your village, your parish, your LC1 and your LC2. And then tell us, how are you going to work with those people to advance the struggle of the Ugandans?
Still, I'm proud to state to all the members of the National Unity Platform that I was born in Kawempe, I was raised in Kawempe, I studied in Kawempe, and I'm staying in Kawempe Chirokole village. I'm so proud to be somebody who has been part of Kawempe. One thing I always say that I'm ready, willing, and businesses in Chirokole are small-scale businesses which need empowerment, which need collective effort, people coming together, they save, we try to get them financial coaches, we try to get them psychologists to try to help them to better themselves. And I'm ready to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The final question for this round, which will conclude the English session, and then we will transition to Uganda, and we will discuss in Uganda for 40 minutes because we have to finish at 2. We'll discuss in Uganda for 40 minutes. So the final question goes to Mr. Kachika. to give us his views about the recently released results for education at the PLE level and his comments on that. How did Kawempe North perform, and what does he think about that?
Thank you, sir. Kawempe North as a division they don't pay at all.
We would like to welcome the candidates back. We're sorry we're pressed for time. We can't interrupt the live broadcast for too long. So, candidates, please resume your seats. Mr. Magala Umar, Mr. Mulunga Matthias, Mr. Zeriko Moses, Mr. Kachika Frederick, Dr. Charles Rubagulia, Engineer Senkungu Kenneth, Council Luimbazi Elias Nagokola, Mr. Serunkuma Salim, Mr. Luemba Uswa Mohammed, and finally Mr. Kulia Saulo Ziwan. Please come to the front. Tutandise ekitundu tugenda okubanga tuwaya mu Uganda. Tusaba abesimbyewo ku kifo kya Kawempe North Constituency bajje batuule tutandike ekitundu ekiddako mu Uganda.
Oli ku Shalom Television Uganda, sewanya mpuliriza katugenda mu paati ya Uganda. Tugenda mu paati ya Uganda, tubadde mu Luzungu, tubadde mu Lunyanyimbe. Kati ebibuuzo bigenda buuzibwa mu Luganda, bidde bwe mu Luganda. webale nnyo webadde sewanyabo ampuliriza oli ku Shalom Television Uganda Dr. Ensam waliwo commenting ku noise munnange wano tuli waliwo abantu nga 5,000 wano tuli waliwo abantu nga 5,000 katosobola bakontrolinga ate bona abantu bakulu so olibanga eddoboozi liryo tusinga okwagala liri eryabogezi olifuna noise tumugumire kasito eddoboozi liba nga liyitamu nobeera nga owulira information oba nobeera nga owulira kibagamba ku muzindaalo mwebale nnyo kyali Dr. Enzyme wano ku Shalom Television Uganda mwebale nnyo mwebalye ddala mwenna abatugoberera batiimu Magala mbalengera ne batiimu Nalukola mbalengera Dr. Kwefayiseko anabuuza ku President Josephine ogamba otya Sara ogamba otya Shivani sinakulengera mu comment section egyoli nkutumiddeko komeri Shivani onasinza okubeera nga otugoberera Right Honorable Speaker Lwa Charles nkulengeddeko Lydia ogamba otya omumbejja Juliet Nason ogamba otya Muyanja Idris Rose ne ba National Television Uganda WhatsApp group mwebale nnyo Samusoni kulengeddeko
ebibuuzo mu Uganda kubanga constituency gye bakiikirira abantu abasinga boogera Luganda so baagala bawulira nabo bategeere bye boogerako kyobola batutaddewo emisession ya Uganda era ndowooza beeyanjudde dde okweyanjula tekwetaaga kuteeka mu Luzungu oba mu Luganda omuntu erinnya lyo era ffenna amanya ge tulina gabeera agasinga gaffe wano mu Uganda so amanya tugamanyi tegali mu Luzungu oba Luganda so ndowooza tugenda kutandika direct tugende ku kibuuzo ekisooka ngenda kusooka kasooke ne mwami Kenneth atudde wano kumpi ogenda tubuulira kiki okusomera ekibuuzo mu kulabako okwebintu kiki ekizibu ekisinga okutawaanya abantu ba Kawempe North bwenga MP waabwe adda bwe baba bulungi
sooka okwebaza bonna abatubeereddewo bamemba ba National Unity Platform ne President waffe His Excellency Kyagulanyi essuubi lyonna lyonna tulina okukyusa enfuga eri mu Uganda n'okusobozesa buli omu asobole okweyagalira mu nsi ye ebintu ebimu ebibadde bisinza otutawaanya ng'abannakawempe enfuna ntono kitegeera abantu abasinga mu Kawempe North twengeginze bwe tuyita bu bizinesi obutonotono bizinesi mitwalo 3 mitwalo 4 akanene ennyo kayinza okuba kakadde kamu ate nga buno obusente olumu ensawo yaffe enfunda naye nga nze omubaka wammwe agenda okuddako Kawempe North ekisinga obukulu abantu twetaaga obba bangula engeri gye bayinza okukozesaamu ssente engeri gye bayinza okuterekamu engeri gye bayinza okufuna ssente kubanga amaanyi gaffe gonna gali mu kwegatta bwe tuba nga tulina abacapati nga 20 buli wiiki ne baba nga basobodde okusevinga omutwalo kwezo ssente ze tusevinze ne tusobola okuzeewolako okuleeta eyawansi tugeze nga 3%. Buli omu tusobola okukola ki okulaakulana naye byonna twetaaga ne tufuna abantu abatubangula kubanga abantu abamu batereka naye tebalina abantu bayinza basobozesa ne babagamba nti nno kino ne kino tukikoze tutya kino ne kino mumusevinze mutya mwewoze mutya muterese mutya kubanga mindset change kyekintu ekisinga obukulu okukyusa mu Kawempe naye ate nga nze mbagambye omubaka wammwe ebintu bisatu tutwala nnyo obudde abantu bavaayo nga bakooye abantu bakola nnyo kasirinda kano ka 6 kg buli muntu mu Kawempe ajja kafuna so that oba ovudde ku mulimu ng'okooye teweetaaga ate kukuma sigiri okitegera teeka ku kakyayiko teekako akatoboko olye weebake abakera mu butale bamaama baffe abakera mu butale olumu bazuuka enjala ebaluma akoleze bukoleeza ateekeko akatoboke akateekeko agende naye neyanziza nekagamba kit nako buli mukyala yenna mu Kawempe North ajja agenda nako mu ddwaliro lyaffe erya Kawempe Referral neyanziza nnyo ekibuuzo kyekimu
neyanziza moderator okusookera ddala mu Kawempe tulina ebizibu bingi tulina ebizibu by'emyala tulina ebizibu by'enjigiriza tulina ebizibu by'ebyobulamu, tulina ebbula ly'emirimu mu baganda baffe mu Kawempe, ate nga bawangalira mu mbeera etali nnungi. Nze nina ekitundu kyenkiikirira abakira Kawempe North ku lukiiko olukulu olwa Kampala Capital City Authority, era nateekayo ebibiina tubiyita kisoboka. Twegattiramu n'abantu abeeteeseteese obulungi abagala enkyukakyuka, ne tuteekamu akasente ne tulaba kutya bwe tusobola okwewolera nga tukeewola ku muwendo ogwa wansi wegamba interest rates nga ziri waggulu. Nolwekyo bwe munaaba munnonze ate kigenda kuyitirira buyitirizi, n'ebitundu bino ebirala byebadde sikiikirira bisobole okufuna omukisa. Naye njagala kumaliriza n'ekigambo kino, mbadde nina kampeyini gye natandikawo. Bwe bafuna omukisa okwogerako ku muzindaalo oba ku leediyo oba mu bitundu mwembeera, njagala okusingira ddala okubangula bannayuganda bategere nti buvunaanyizibwa bwabwe okugoberera enfuga gye babafugamu mu ggwanga lyabwe. Ti bannayuganda bano bwe banaba tebategedde tife tulina obuvunaanyizibwa mu Uganda, tugenda kubeera n'ekizibu kinene okusobola okugjako dictator Museveni ne banne. Nolwekyo obuvunaanyizibwa bamwe abali wano n'abali eyo abatulaba ku ntimbe za TV n'abatulira ku leediyo okwenyigira mu by'obukulembeze by'eggwanga lyammwe, kubanga ebizibu bye tuwangaala nabyo ebisinga obungi biva ku nkulembera mbi gye batukulemberamu. Abasajja babbye ssente, balina amalwaliro mu mbuto zaabwe, balina enguudo mu mbuto zaabwe, balina amasomero mu mbuto zaabwe. Kyuzi twabalaba nga babba ssente z'abakazi abanaku n'abasajja abanaku ab'ekalamojja. Nolwekyo obuvunaanyizibwa bwaffe abakyasobola okwogera kubanga tulina omukisa. Baganda baffe bangi batugenzeeko n'abalala bakyagenda, naye ffe abalina omukisa nga twogera twegatte wamu, twerwaneko, tutwalirize badikiteeta n'ababawagira n'ababayambako.
Nsaba tuwulirize. Webale nnyo ssebo. Buli gavumenti ejja mu buyinza eba erina obuvunaanyizibwa bwa kulwanyisa ebizibu bisatu byokka tekuli kyakuna: obwavu, endwadde n'obutamanya. Gavumenti efugisa enkanu ng'ekulemberwa munnamagye Museveni, ewaffe tesobolanga kulwanyisa bizibu ebyo ebisatu bye njogeddeko: obwavu, endwadde n'obutamanya. Byebyo ebizibu ebinene ebiriwo, tolina bw'osobola byawulamu. Bw'otunuulira obwavu buleetera abavubuka okulemererwa okusoma, ne batafuna bukugu, ne batafuna mirimu, ne babeera mu kasolo gurupu. Abazadde basula mu mbeera mbi. Enguudo zaffe zijjudde agannya. Nabwekityo tuli mu kaseera kazibu, ebizibu tolinaayo kimu ky'ogamba, wabula byonna olina obbinokolayo. Tetulina bujjanjabi bulungi, tetulina byanjigiriza bitegeerekeka, enguudo mbi, tusula bubi, abavubuka tebalina mirimu ate tebaweeka mirimu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale gyetta.
Webale nnyo. Okusookera ddala ngenda kusooka nebaze pulezidenti wange Robert Kyagulanyi, His Excellency the President of Uganda, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssenta. Mupuleke engalo ez'ama. People power! People power! Manya bagoogedde yeze Kachika Freddy. Obuzibu obuli mu Kawempe North ekisookera ddala byanjigiriza. Mu Kawempe North tulina amasomero abiri aga UPE. Amasomero aga naye amasomero gonna ogagendamu nga gagudde olubege. Juzi nali Nambula ndabege abaana bakoze batya aba P7 ekyemunanda bananga mwana wange kyetuliko tetukitegeera. Wasomeseza wabi, essomero ligudde olubege, akasente kafuna tewali. Omusajja yaŋŋamba Edmansa yantuuza naŋŋamba tulina abaana 1,500 buli mwana bamusasulira $250. Omwana wa UPE w'e Kawempe agenda kuvuganya n'omwana w'e Buddo. Can you imagine? Basebo ne banyaba na Kawempe twagala tuveeyo. Eno gavumenti etufugidde emyaka 4 nkwewuunya gwe atakwewuunya nze gwe neewuunya ogamba ng'okyebase nga baakakufugira emyaka 4. Masomero mavu, malwaliro temuli ddagala. Genda Kawempe. Ebintu byetulina banna Kawempe egenda kuwali emulago egundi wali Kawempe wali. wali eddwaliro ly'e Kawempe genda aba abaana abakyala abafa nga bazaala kiruumya kikwasa ennaku ku gavumenti etufugire emyaka 4 nga tesobola kuteekayo eddagala malwaliro nga tesobola kuba bujjanjabi bakyala abakyala bafa baganda bange muve mu kuseka eno bbiri 25 nga his excellence the president of Uganda we yagambye tusimbudde twetaaga ne twerwanako abooluganda amazima gali nti bannakawempe north neggwanga Uganda tuli mu buwambe God bless you.
Katulize ekibuuzo tulakuza ekibuuzo mu ndabayo kizibu ki ekisinga okutawaanya constituency ya Kawempe mu ndabayo ekisinga
ekizibu ekisinga okutawaanya Kawempe North gyembaddemu ng'omukulembeze kwerusibwa okumala emyaka egisoba mu 2 tunuulidde nga endwadde y'obutamanya ndwadde nkulu nnyo ng'era etwalira munnabyabufuzi okuginnyonnyola abantu bewangaaliramu nga tebasobola na kutegeera mbeera gye bakulemberwamu abantu beerabidde n'enkulembera ebakulemberwamu tabamanyi oba tuli multi-party politics tabamanyi oba tuli mu NRM ekitundu kyange kiwangaaliddemu nnyo abakyala bangi nga be bannannyini maka ng'abaami baabadduukako dda olw'embeera ey'obwavu ng'abaami tebakyasobola kuyimiriza mu maka gaabwe kyova olaba nga muwulira nnyo obugulupu obwo kasolo gulupu n'ebirala kyova olaba mu puroguramu yange mulimu okukola essomero ery'abakulu buli muntu asobole okufuna ku buyigirize ategeere ku bigenda mu maaso mu nnaku 2 emabega nakyaliddeko Honorable Shamim Malende nga ngenza okumulaba olw'obulumi bw'ayitamu ne mmutegeeza nti nsaba Katonda nnyambe mpitewo nkwatire NUP bendera nsobole okukulembera abantu ba Kawempe naye obulumi bwe nnina bw'okulaba ng'eggwanga lyaffe terifugibwa term limit onyambeko tukizindikirize and the time is now we get the term limits in Uganda and in Kawempe North in particular. Bebale nnyo bebalira ssebo.
Ekibuuzo kye kimu ssebo.
Neyanziza nnyo neyanzeege nga bwe nasoose okwogera ekimu ku bizibu ebitawaanya bannakawempe oba ekisoomooza bannakawempe bya bulamu. Mu Kawempe eddwaliro erisingayo obunene Health Center 3 va kweno National Regional Referral Hospital ate nga mukimanyi bulungi death trap teri ddagala abasawo okukolako omala kufuna kaki kasente tetulinaamu na ddwaliro liri ku mutendera gwa Health Center 4 mukimanyi bulungi nti ekitundu kyaffe kiri mu nzigota ekitundu ekiri mu nzigota akawuka kamukenenya kalidde abantu baffe ewaka ne mu kibira mukimanyi bulungi olwaleero obuyambi babutusazeeko obw'empeke za ARVs olw'abannakyemalira okwefumbekeza ku ggwanga lyaffe n'okutuyisa obubi olw'okuba tuwaŋŋanguka ne tugenda mawanga g'abazungu mu Amerika. Njagala okubategeeza baganda bange nti ekizibu ekyo kitukutteko n'abagambye ARVs omukebe kugula $75,000. Munnayuganda kyowa bulijjo asobola okwafoodinga ssente ezo nga bw'oba odivaidinzeemu olunaku munnayuganda kitegeeza buli lunaku bw'aba yeetaaga empeke emu alina okigula nnusu 8 at 8,000 shillings. Someone I know kunoonya eddagala lyaki eddagala ly'obulwadde at 8,000 shillings. Omuntu alina okunoonyayo ne ssente z'okulya. So omuntu asobola okubeerawo nga mwavu, omuntu asobola okubeerawo nga tasoma, naye ate omuntu tasobola kubeerawo nga si mulamu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Webale nnyo mukama wange, webalire ddala. Mulaba nazze n'ensereko Moses saving box. Mulowooza lwaki nazze nayo? Kubanga abali wano ani azze nayo? Bano abazze wano bagenda kukusa mbuto zaabwe. Nze nabagambye nsereko Moses ette wakayima akasolo akasinga obugezi. Oba namugamba simanyi luzungu kiboogedde. Abantu bakola oluzungu baagala ffe aba action abakolerawo. Nsereko Moses nsereko Moses saving box kugiraba abasika temuntegeera. Nsereko ndi musajja mugagga lwakuba neyisanga mwavu, nina kampuni ewala nsereko Moses managing company. Bino sibya byakusengeka munsanyusi bekagamba wesomera olabe. Nsereko Moses managing company. Wali mukama wa
akade tugenda kwongerako katono.
Yesu mukama wange,
twagala kumanya oli ng'ayagala okwewola kuba muno engineer atuzeri yayogedde ku lending rate n'agamba 3%. Twagala kumanya kampani yo ekola etya? Kampani yange kubanga abantu bangi beewola ne babakwata babayisa bubi ne babakuba ne bajjaku ebyabwe. Eyiyo gyoyogeddeko kirungi nnyo wagiteekawo, ekola etya okuyamba omuntu wa bulijjo?
Neyanza mukama wange musooke mutegeresereko Moses yandi akalulu ka 221 bwe kagwa bwe kati. Neŋŋamba nsereko ng'omusajja omugezi nkoze ntya okuyamba abantu bange. Neŋŋenda mu kyalo nentunda ku ttaka natunda eka 10 ez'ettaka. Netandika kampani eno gye bayita Nsereko Moses managing company. Netandika okuyamba abantu abeerubaga North, ekyo bakimanyi. Ndi ku ground Mr. President, va ku baana bakusudiya, bano bakusudiya Mr. President. Nze ndi ku ground nesebo, nze ndi ku ground. Kati temukinawo nze sigenda kuyamba Bakawempe North bokka. Ne bw'ojja ng'ovudde Makinde East, ovudde Makinde West, Nsereko Moses mwendi wenda bayamba bannange kisokulawulo tuwa bulijjo. Ekyo nkimazi. Ekyokulala mukama wange ebikwatagana n'okusoma basalis. Gwe bw'oba oli wano kwemiyumbi ng'olina mulekwa nga tolina wadde n'ekikumi. Nina amasomero ga keen minded nursery and primary schools. Ddala bw'oba tolina busobozi bwa ssente bulungi nga otuukirire nsobola okubawa basali. Ekirala mukama wange nga we kunyonyodde ebikwatagana n'ebyobulamu. Bannakawempe ngenda bateerawo akalwaliro akatonotono. Ngenda bateerawo akalwaliro akatonotono bakuleera ambulance. Ndoza muwulira nti ate manifesito yange yey'amaanyi. Bano bali mu masudiya nze mutuufu. Ese mukama wange ndagala akantu kano saagala kulyanzeka. Bannange nze nababuliriddewo nadde miliyoni 2 bye bagenda okunga sigenda kula motoka. Nze kitange yakolerera nereka zettaka ezituuka 10. Ezo sente miliyoni 2 genda ziwa abalonzi bange Bakawempe North. Buli okuwa emitwalo 5 ku mitwalo 10. Wateekera abantu bange babeere bulungi si bana bagenda kukuta embuto zaabwe. Kutuufu.
Katuwulirize Dokita ekibuuzo kye kimu. Dokita Lwagume. Mpozi nsaba tuwulirize basebo ne bannyabo. Nsaba tuwulirize Dokita.
mukozi okusafeeza mu Uganda wange Seko alina okutonera olulimi lwaffe mu Uganda. Mu Uganda temulimu ekigambo kino ekyokulala, waliwo kugamba ekirala so si ekyokulala. Kozi n'ekirala mugenda nazaalibwa mu nsonga lya Kabaka n'ekyaddolo bantuma erinnya erya Ssanyu muzzukulu wa Mugema era Ssaabasajja Kabaka awanga. Nabagambye kino nze siina relationship yonna nakyemalira era sobola kwagala ne puroguramu ze zijja kulagira ensonga ssemasonga eza Uganda. Ekisooka nja kubeera muwulize eri Ssaabasajja Kabaka, ekyo nja kubeera muwulize eri pulezidenti wange Kyagulanyi Ssentamu n'ekibiina kyange. Ekyokusatu nja kulagira puroguramu za Uganda ng'emmwanyi etalimba emmwanyi terimba ebyobulamu n'abakyala ensonga za Uganda zengenda kutambuza mu maaso, naye ensonga za gavumenti zo ekiteeberwa kyange kugijjako kujja naye nga ensonga za Buganda zijja kuzikirira, zigenda kuzikirira ensonga za Buganda. Ayi Ssaabasajja Kabaka awangale webale nasibo kibo ekibuzo kyekimu
yeyanzisa nnyo okuleta sebo Mr. President kantwala omukisa guno okutegeeza Kawempe erina ebizibu bingi naye ngenda kwogerako ebizibu bisatu. Nti ekizibu ekisooka Kawempe erina ebbula n'emirimu, ebyobulamu si birungi, n'abakyala embeera gye bawangalamu ng'abamaama nayo si nnungi. Sente ku bizibu ebyo byenkunyonyodde sebo nako wentuuse Kawempe nga Kawempe nakasimbamu emyala egiwera 10. Kawempe nga Kawempe nakasimbamu ensiza eziwera 5 nga nyamba abantu okulaba nti no batuusa ebyobulamu. Bwetugenda mu byemirimu gya Mr. President, Kawempe yonna etudde kuyiika 7,633 naye kuyiika ezo 7,633 nze ng'omuntu ali wano sebo omusajjawo ninako yiika 3 nga yiika ezo zonna naziteekako byenfuna. Kuliko shopping mall, ninako hotels, nga neera sebo zayimiridde wano nina abakozi 3 mu Kawempe. Kawempe ekizibu kyayo nga bwe kikunyonyodde nti amazima ebizibu bya Kawempe mbimanyi, abavubuka tebalina mirimu, nti ekirungi sebo n'abantu abamu bakandideeti baffe be tulina wano sebo era basoma ku nnyumba zange. Era mbayisiza bulungi nti nja kubeera musaale nnyo okulaba nti nopromotinga ebyenfuna mu Kawempe, ebyobulamu mbikozeeko, abakyala nsobodde okbawanirira neyanzisese.
Neyanza nnyo moderator. Mr. President, abaka ba Parliament abaliwo, bamemba b'ekibiina mwenna, nze Luwemba Luswa Muhammad ndi musanyufu nnyo olw'Abaganda bange bano aboogedde ebintu ebiyitirivu ennyo naye nga ebikolwa bitono nnyo webalabye. Mr. President, bwe watusindika okubeera nti abantu baffe bateekamu obwesige mu kaluka 2021 watugamba tukolere abantu tuleme kwekuusa ffekka. Kinsanyusiza nnyo nti muganda wange ateteekanyizza bokisi ye ng'agezaako okufaanaanyiriza bokisi eno. Legasi ya Honorable Segirinya kikulu nnyo Mr. President, era kinsanyusiza nnyo nti kati ekifaananyi kye bagezaako okuwa ye musajja ono bwe tubadde tukwasaganya emirimu gino gyonna. Kawempe North gye twogerako erina obuzibu mu byobulamu. Mr. President, wagamba okubeera ntukolera abantu, ffe twasetinga eddwaliro lyaffe mu nnaku 10 era ne tuliteekawo
Besigye njagala okwebaza nti wajja n'olirambula abamu bali bamanyi byakusaaga naye twaliteekawo era nga liyamba abantu. Eddwaliro eryo lyaggalwa oluvannyuma lw'okubeera nti tubuliddwa ensimbi nga muganda waffe asibiddwa Mr. President. Mr. President neeyamba mu maaso go engeri gy'ogamba nti National Unity Platform tulina kuba bakozi ate nga service delivery gwe tutambulira ng'ezimu ku values. Mr. President ze munaku 10 bannakawempe North ku lw'omukulu gwa muganda wange ono Honorable Segirinya guleme kufa ne Segibox eno okwempawalinga abavubuka unemployment mu Kawempe North yagala esigalewo ku lw'omukulu gwa Honorable Muhammad Segirinya. Mr. President mu ngeri y'enjawulo njagala okutegeeza nti nga tuyita mu kibiina kyaffe ekya Kawempe Youth Mission Against Poverty tusobodde bulungi nnyo okunga abavubuka ba Kawempe North, thousands of young people ne tubakuŋŋaanya okulaba nti beetandikirawo batubasomesa okuyiga okwokya ebyuma era workshop yaffe weeryawo ku Gaza Road. Abavubuka bangi nnyo bayize emirimu egy'enjawulo ku lwa Honorable Muhammad Segirinya era ne ku lw'okulembeze bwange wansi wa Honorable Segirinya Muhammad. Tujja kuba basanyufu nnyo bannakawempe North nga nfundikira tuleme kutta mukulu gwa Honorable Segirinya nga n'ennaku 10 tezinnakola ki tezinnawera. Omukulu gwa Honorable Segirinya mukulu nnyo era twetaaga okusiima ebirungi byakoze ku lwa Katonda n'ensi yange.
Tumaliriza Baseba ne Banyabo, tumaliriza ekitundu ekyokubabuuza ebibuuzo ekisembayo era ekigenda okufundikira eno debate ekigenda okufundikira debate eno. Buli candidate wano agenda kufuna munne gwabuuza ekibuuzo era n'oli naye amubuuza ekibuuzo. Awo wetugenda okufundikira debate ya leero. So mawadde obutikiti 3 mwerondemu mugenda okwebuuza ekibuuzo tubawe time. Awo bagenda okusooka abalala tulina peya emu, peya ey'okubiri, peya ey'okubiri, ey'okusatu, ey'okuna, kale tutandike ekibuuzo. Nsaba mpe awaliza endagirira. Ekibuuzo tekirina kusukka butikiti 3 eyeba efuuse speech. Okuddamu dakiika emu.
Ngenda buuza Honorable Nalukoola, olunaku lw'eggulo wakoze speech ku mawulire ng'oyogera bannamawulire n'ogamba oli Democratic Party. Kyekikuleese wano leka gunnenkayina wano bannakawempe tusobola okazanya mulimu omuntu omukyamu Nalukoola wa Democratic Party yakyeyogeredde. Ekyokubiri Nalukoola kamuze ekyokubiri
People power, our power. But someone NUP everywhere. Ra cha. Mwebale nnyo ekibuuzo ky'obuuzizza kirungi nnyo. Baseba ne bannyaba abalungi. Amazima amatuufu gali nti nali wa Democratic Party. Okutuusa omwaka ogwaggwa bwe nalekulira Democratic Party. Nze ayogera nammwe siri roboti. Bannamawulire munanjulira. Bw'oba obadde okolera ku muleereetu ogumu nga baguyita zifuddewa, bw'okyuka n'odda ku muleereetu omulala, emikisa mingi okwogera eri gye wakola ki gye wava ng'oyogera. Eyo bagiyita slip of the tongue. musigale nange tutambule. Kizibu okufuna omuntu olwaleero nga wazaala muzaale nga wa NUP nange nava mu PP.
Maso Malukola yagenda okubuuza Maso Malukola yagenda okubuuza munne ekibuuzo.
People power, power, power. NUP everywhere. Ra, cha, Uganda wangu. Singa mmala nenfuna fulaga wane ye NUP. Oluvannyuma Kawempe North ne bannonda. Nemba nga nze ngenze mu paalamenti. Kiki ky'oyagala nkuteesezeeyo?
Singa akulonze omumaka wa paalamenti esookera ddala njagala olabira nakawempe omusolo gwe gukendeerako. Kawempe nga Kawempe tetusinga osasula omusolo mu Kampala, naye Kawempe North nga Kawempe yonna erekeddwa. So Honorable Nalukola, singa oba oyiseemu ng'omubaka wa paalamenti, twagala tulabe ogwo omusolo ogwo ogusolozebwa mu Kawempe North gukola mulimu ki?
Anayasa kagala kubuuza muganda wange ono kiki kyalaba ekibiina kya NUP kyekisinga ku bibiina ebirala ebiri mu Uganda naddala ebiri ku opposition?
Ekisooka njagala okwebaza President waffe His Excellency kyagala nyo bakisentamu olw'okutuwa visioni n'atukubiriza ffenna tujje twetabe mu byobufuzi, twetabe mu kulembera Uganda eno. Nandibadde nsawo nentuula nemya kakyawo kakawa kange nemya mpisa zange neŋŋamba profession kangireke zijje mpeereza abantu b'e Kawempe. NUP atuwadde omukisa ffenna, tewali muntu yenna yenna gwe bagaana. Tukisobya abantu abayigirize buli omu yenna afunye omukisa okukola ki? Sandibadde wano singa abadde mu kibiina kirala. Njagala okwebaza National Unity Platform Besigye esobola okunsikiriza n'enkyusa endowooza zange neŋŋamba kino kansooke nkireke zijje mpeereze abantu b'e Kawempe. Era mmanyi mwenna Kawempe Engineer Seku Kenneth bwe mutuuka bannange ze mpyaddako ngera ogoba enzikiza buli mukyala mu Kawempe agenda kuba ne mama kiti ne ka 6 kg gaasi, buli mukyala agenda buli household gy'omanyi mu Kawempe agenda kubeera nayo. People power everywhere you are. Kulya Sawulo kikyoleeta ekyenjawulo kubanga ffenna wano otulaba twogedde, tulina abawagizi baffe, buli omu tulina gye tuwa gyenvudde waffe ow'enjawulo. Naye njagala ombuulire gwe nga ggwe Honorable asuubira ki ekyenjawulo ekiyinza ky'oyinza okugamba ekitusingako ffenna abali wano?
Anayasa muganda wange kyengenda okuleeta ekisinga obukulu bwe bukulembeze obuva wansi nga budda waggulu, so okuva waggulu nga budda wansi. Obuweereza obw'omuntu wa wansi President waffe Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu bwatukubiriza. Ekyokubiri, ngenda okulaba nga nteekamu bannayuganda n'abantu ba Kawempe North omutima ogutegeera Obuvunaanyizibwa bwaffe obw'okukyusa obukulembeze buno buli mu ffe tubulina. Ffe tusobola okulwanirira. Era 2026 tugenda kubeera ne gye bayita protest vote. W'olondera w'osigala, w'olondera w'ekisimbula paka nga batulangiridde. Gwe tekikwetaagisa kuva w'olondera, londa obeerewo ssaawa 11 tugenda kusimbulaawo nga tugenda gye balangirira. Oba oli Soloti tandika, oba oli Masaka tandika, ow'Ekawempe tandika, ow'Okalerwe tandika. Ffenna tukimalira Namboole mpaka Entebbe, mu Ntebbe twenunule nga bannayuganda. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
People power, power. Ya, Uganda wange mwagala kusaasira nti wayita mu bizibu bingi olw'okubeera okuvuganya gavumenti eyamusibira mu ggwa ne bakusiba obeerayo. Oteeseteese otya okuyamba basibe banno be waleka mu kkomera?
Neyanziza nnyo muganda wange, ekyo kibuuzo kirungi nnyo. Mwenna mukimanyi bulungi nti nze Magala Umar ayimiridde nammwe wano n'akasiba emirundi egiwerako. Ng'omulundi ogwasooka twali Kayunga nga tugenze okuuma akalulu ka muganda waffe Nakweddeke Babba, era bwe batusiba n'abantu bangi. Mwalimu MP Kalwanga, mwalimu meeya w'Ekira, meeya Mutebi, mwalimu ne Commissioner Rahma Juma. Naye nasigala ku mazima ne bwe bansiba ku luno nga bataddeko ebisangosango eruzira mu kkomera erisemberayo ddala waggulu maximum security prison, nenkwata ennaku 10, nenkwata ennaku 2, nenkwata ennaku 3, nenkwata ennaku 4, nenkwata ennaku 5, nenkwata ennaku 6, nga sikyusanga kigambo kyange nga ngamba twagala kujjako dictator president waffe Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu agende mu Ntebe. Njagala okubategeeza baganda bange, muganda wange Mulumba, ekibuuzo ky'ombuuzizza, it is painted all over. It is painted all over me. Kindiko yensonga lwaki outfit eno gye nayambadde kuliko baganda bange abasibe abali mu makomera, tukyababanja ba political prisoners. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Thank you.
Kwabuuza ekibuuzo
Ssentebe wa Kazo Angola, Sebo obadde ssentebe bangadde nedda, buweereza ki bw'otusiza ku bantu bo ab'omu Kazo Angola, era okoledde ki Bwakabaka bwa Buganda engeri gy'oli omutongole wa Ssaabasajja Kabaka?
Bale nnyo ekyomukisa bali wano nze omu ku beesingawo ku bubaka ba paalamenti mu 2021 era nga ndi ssentebe bw'ekyalo. Muganda wange, mu bizibu bye nasanga mu bantu abali mu bitundu bye tukulembera ebya ghetto areas butaba na mirimu, naye nsobodde okuwa emirimu abantu abasoba mu 50,000 nga mbawa ebbaluwa ku bwereere awatali kusasula wadde kikulu. Nkubye okulaba nga nyambako okusomesa, okuyamba ku bantu baffe abamufuna mpola, okubasasulirako ku busubu obufiizi obutonotono obukufuna basares, basobole okuba nga bagenda mu maaso bamunyunguke, balabe engeri ki ensi eno bwe tufugibwamu obubi era tusale amagezi okugijjako. So ate ekya Buganda nenyambako okulaba nga enkola za Ssaabasajja eza bulungi bwansi zitambuzizza bulungi mu mitendera gonna. Gwebale nnyo Muganda. Mulosajja Kabaka wange.
Prayer eyoku next prayer.
So, Mr. President, yakantu waliwo okusobola okutegeeza so Mr. President, kantu waliwo okusobola olera okutegeeza nti neesimbawoko mu Kawempe ng'omubaka wa Parliament era sebo nesobola okukwata ekifo ekyokubiri nga nafuna obululu 78 obululu guno gwaggwa sebo amanya g'eggwanga Charles Bakagumya Sali Mutwalo neyanziza sebo ekibuuzo kigenda bwe kiti ti mu kitundu mwowangaalira activity kiri wali okoze ng'epolomotinga national unity platform.
Activity yabadde nkola badde nkunga abantu okwegatta ku national unity platform era ekunyakuniza sebo mwali kusema webalina okubeera smart naye ate programu zezo zolase zogera ku leta mu bantu be Kawempe ani agenda kuwa budget olina kwoyita nakyebayo lwaki olimba abantu nakyebayo
neyazize nnyo muganda wange sebo ziri musajja musuubuzi nti programu ezo zogedde wano naye nali nazitandika dda nga sinaba nakwegatta ku national unity platform ate nina sebo omutwalo omukisa guno okutegeeza nti nze sibeerangako mu kibiina kyonna ekibiina kyensoose okubeeramu ye national unity platform sebo enteekateeka eyo ejja kutambula nga era ebintu ebyo bimba mbikola mu community ngenda mbikola nga mpolomotinga ekibiina kya national unity platform.
Nga tumaliriza katuyite peya yaffe ey'obubokisi bate batugula
neyanzanyo bakama bange mwena ngenda kusooka okwebaza mukama wange mwami Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu musajja ng'oyina waaka obwemupiga lina bwagala 96 najja wange antwala okusoma nga ndi mupi wano naye nga ntya nga ndimu akatengo naye ngenda okulaba okanze jjajja mwami n'omuteekamu engwalawo naye nga mbaa buli kimu kisoboka kyobalaba kati nserekani atamanyi nze nfulendinga kati banange kyogero muganda wange ono kigenda mubuuza kibuuzo lwaki babadde neseginze kibokisi nga nange nyansereko Moses bokisi kati ngenda musaba busabi aje tukwatagane muwe omulimu gwa personal assistant so bwogenda okubeera personal assistant wange tutambuze emirimu gyamukama waffe onalewo Segirinya so musigenda okumuuza kibuuzo mukama wange yangu okuwa omulimu sebo akabokisi kakano sebo tandika okusevinga sebo mukama wange wata bokisi zo mukama wange ekikuwadde era kusuubiza omulimu ogenda okubeera personal assistant wange abantu ba Kawempe North bonna bakkiriza ne Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ennuku yonna weyanza bannange
neyanza sebo kitange wanyensereko ekibuuzo kyange kiri kiriya nnyo oyagala kukiikirira abantu ba Kawempe North njagala ombuulire Kawempe North specifically eyina working population living and working population y'abantu bameka
neyanzanyo sebo mukama wange Kawempe North electoral area eyina ebyalo 49 tuyina miroka 9 tuyina polling stations 165 omuwendo gw'abalonzi abali mu Kawempe North balinga 7,000 esebo mukama wange neyanza
Finally, session y'ebibuuzo eweddeyo n'ey'Oluganda ewedde. Tukyagenda mu maaso kati. Oli ku Shalom Television Uganda.
Ndowooza abakulembeze babuliriza era mmanyi abamu muyinza okuba musemwagira kandideti onamutuusa wano nemukyusa kibaddewo. So mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala, mwebale kujja era nga neeyanziza okuwuliza bakandideti baffe nga nkokuludinga moderator munnange agenda kuyita bakama bange ku session eddako.
Tugieko mu ngalo ba candidates timekeeper waffe naye mukubyeko mu ngalo. Twagala kuyita
Future Mahadi ogamba otya?
David Lewis Kubongoya
protestive vote loading.
Moderator Obisingakao. Thank you very much, Comrade Karamaji Andrew. Thank you so much, Dr. Nalukwako. Omugalo kwaba candidate. Omugalo bakwiye kumugalo bannange. Omugalo kwaba candidate. Wenna. Okwekwetulira. People power. Our power. Please take your seats. Omugalo wa Election Management Committee. Abadde bajajinga ne time people waffe. Ekiddako mwenna mutegedde process. All of you now know the process and how it is going. Like I said the last time, session eno ebadde eyina max 10 era kyemanyi bamaze dda okuzigaba. Olunaku olwajjo bazze ne bababuuza ebibuuzo bano ba candidates bonna bonna era ne bawadinga max out of 40. Ekitegeeza kyekyo nti max 5 kati tuzirina already, naye max 5 zivaawa zigenda kubeera ku ground era ndi musanyufu okubagamba nti team already gyeziri zikokota ground eyo okumanya abantu ba Kawempe North bagalani abakiikirire. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not say any other thing but invite the President to conclude. Mr. President, come and give us final remark on this first ever National Unity Platform candidates debate. People power! Our power! NUP! Everywhere! And everywhere! NUP! I want to congratulate all of you, our able candidates. This was not only informative, it was also entertaining. Thank you very much. Zengo muntu nyumiddwa nnyo debate eno. Kakasa n'abantu abatulaba wano Uganda ne Bulanda baginyumiddwa. I want to salute our election management committee. Thank you very much. The membership, the leadership of the National Unity Platform, all of you ladies and gentlemen, most importantly the media, thank you for amplifying this far and wide. Basebo ne banyabo kino tukikoze tetunabeera mu buyinza naye tulowooza nti ekibiina bwe kino okufunctioninga. Tukkiriza nti ffe ng'ekibiina tulina obuvunaanyizibwa okulondobamu oyo omuntu asaanidde okukiikirira abantu ng'ate nga tukikola mu bwerufu mu lujjudde nga tetulina kyekubira yonna. So njagala obeebaza mwenna abenyigidde mu eno process. Tuli aware nti mwenna mumanyi kyemukola era mwewaddeyo okugoberera amateeka n'emitendera na byonna bye tukkiririzaamu. SG already akibagambye nti abantu baffe batuuse dda ku ground era bwe bakutuukako nga bakwebuuzaako manya abo ffe tubasindise. Bwe bakutuukako manya ffe tubasindise bayambe mubawe information entuufu. Tumanyi nti wayinza n'okubaayo eyo abagezaako okuinfluencinga oba okutiisatiisa abantu okubawandiikisa oba makinga sure baweeta report batuleetera report enkyamu. Tubimanyi era tubigoberera. Akakiiko kaffe kagoberera, abantu bagoberera, ensi yonna egoberera, nange kennyini ngoberera. Akakiiko kaffe tukalinamu obwesimbu era tukakasa nti
candidate bwemugenda otuleetera yo yennyini anaaba asaanidde. Muli independent, tubeesiga mukole omulimu ku lwa NUP, ku lwa Kawempe ne ku lwa Uganda. Twagala okubaagaliza obuwanguzi mwena. May the best man win. Nsanyuse nnyo mwebale kuwaŋŋaana kitiibwa na kwewa kitiibwa mwenga abantu. There are those particular moments that I saw that made me full with pride. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala tubenyumirizaamu mwena abakulembeze baffe. Nze mu ndaba yange mwena musaanidde okubeera ba MP. Naye nkakasa ayina enkizo yagenda okubasumuukamu naye nga mwena musaanidde. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. Mpozi nga maliriza olunaku lwaleero twafunye amawulire ag'ennaku omuzeeyi Kirizesito mu Kiwanuka taata wa Ashraf Kasirye atuvudde ku maaso. Bamutomedde muzeeyi oyo mumumanyi taata wa Ashraf abadde atwagala nnyo nga buli akakubye ajja wano n'atwebuzaako ne bwawulira ekyamu eyo ajja n'atuteeka ku sport tukinyonyole. Mukadde waffe tujja musubwa nnyo Mukama mumuze emirembe neffe tulina okugenda mu maaso. N'olw'ensonga eyo abantu ba Kawempe North mwena mwenyigire mwene ensonga. Tubaleetera candidate very soon naye twagala tubaleetere candidate nga alondobeddwamu mu bwerufu. Si bino bya dictator Museveni kugamba ani ankolerawo n'alondebwayo oyo. Kyokka nga kyekibiina ekiri mu buyinza ekyo kibalage democracy level yaabwe bweri. N'ebibiina ebirala tetubyogerera bubi naye twagala okubiwa ekyokulabirako. Mu Uganda empya ebintu bwebiti bijja tubaalabika. Mwebale bassebo ne banyabo Mukama abankumire. And I'm wishing you all the best. May the best man win. Nsubidde Katonda akkirize omulundi omulala tubeeremu n'omukazi avuganya. But as for now, may the best man win. Thank you very much for God and your country.
So we'll stand up for the anthems.
Tuliyambale ngule olutalo nga luwedde. Tuliyambale ngule mu Uganda empya. Tuliyambala zimasamasa olutalo nga luwedde. Tuliyambale ngule tulivimba mu Uganda empya.
People power. Our power.
People power.
We will have our representatives and then our judges will follow suit and the candidates and then the rest will follow suit. So let's have the electoral committee and the judges leave and then you respect the
oli ku Shalom Television Uganda sewanyabo atugoberera batumeddeko nanyi musinze kwenda nga mutugoberera erinnya n'eddoboozi Dr. Enzyme nga bulijjo nawe okubebaza mwenna be tubadde nabo okuva gye twatandikidde okutuusa essaawa zino zennyini mukoze omulimu ogw'ettende ennyo naye kampisa wakalango kange aka bizinensi yange bannange nkola cakes ku Shalom Television Uganda tulina Shalom cakes
and our candidates as well seek leave. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you so very much.
Tulina Shalom cakes, so cakes ziwooma za mbaga eza keeki eza buli kimu eza birthday eza buli kimu mpagireko abakomrades mwena mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala mwena tutambudde nabo Nax Mukisa Teddy Nax abaana ba Shalom Television WhatsApp group mwena abaana bati mu Kyagulanyi mwena abawagi muli bangi I cannot mention njina nenge nawe eri ku ne badde neze eriwa kako kako
Thank you.
Oh, msajja gwe. Yekiriwo. Wabiseko. Bada bize. Ndakuba mbakende yabo ndakuba. Talo zisuse. Era nga kana kalimu okulonda obukyayi bususe.